Berk Jodoin. This is Little Berk Jodoin, Emma Jodoin, and this is another episode of the Sit Down Podcast.
Perfect. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode this week. I almost did say good to see ya. Before we get into it, I just want to give you guys a little reminder. Please just click that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and feel free to comment below if you have any questions for us or anything moving forward. Welcome to Bellevue, you guys. So good to see you guys in-house here.
Bellevue.
See you.
Yeah. Heck,
It's
yes.
my very first time in Bellevue.
I was actually surprised when I asked you that before we hit record here, and you said this was the first time. I am a little shocked, just given
how long we've known each other.
Well, no, yeah.
Well, have you been to Leader?
No.
What?
I've probably.
Okay.
I feel like I've driven through it maybe, but just given the history of your music and what you're singing about and stuff, like we've got Batoche National Historic Site
I've been to Batoche.
is right there.
But
A lot of people say that.
Yeah.
I've been to Batoche. Well, we're 15 minutes
We're
away.
about
Métis, I have to go to Batoche.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no. So yes, welcome into town, and welcome back to the podcast.
Yeah,
this
no,
is
thanks for having me,
I
guys.
believe is it your third or second appearance on here?
Second time. First time I came, it was the Blackbird sessions that Will Ardell and myself did.
That's right.
And we came in.
We did that one when Skull Creek Studios was
Yeah.
in Saskatoon,
In the
I
basement
believe.
in
That's
Skull
right.
Creek, yeah, you bet.
Heck yeah.
How long ago was that?
Oh, it's
I was trying to.
a couple, 3 years probably.
Yeah, 3 years. I think we were just getting going.
That must have been right after COVID of some sort, somehow.
Yeah, I want to say like 2021.
Probably, yep.
Yeah.
Somewhere's in there. But yes, a true honor to have you and your family
Oh, thank
family here. You guys did perform some music for us and you did a great job, kiddo.
Uh-huh.
Well done.
You too.
Oh,
You-
thank you.
both of you. Yeah, all three of you
Yeah.
did a great
I
job.
tried my best.
Yeah.
Have you performed with your dad frequently?
You got to talk in the microphone here, buddy.
Oh,
Yes, I have.
yeah. What out of all the times you get to sing with your dad, what would you say has been your favorite time?
Probably. I think. Probably. I was saying in Fly Away.
Sing and Fly Away.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't even do that song today. We should have done that one.
I don't care.
Same question for you.
Probably when we're in our basement, nobody's watching me.
Oh, really?
Good
Yeah.
answer, Em.
Yeah.
Excellent. And you guys had a heck of a busy day today.
We did,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
we certainly did. We came into Saskatoon last night, and then I did a radio interview this morning, and then we went down to somewhere by the river, Nazar Plaza in Saskatoon. We did a set for the Jazz Fest,
Okay.
and they performed with me at that one, which was super cool. And then we drove out to Bellevue here, and then after this, we're going to go to Waters to hang out with Aspen at Skull Creek for a day.
Oh,
So,
hell yeah. Shout out Skull Creek Studios and
Yeah.
congratulations, Skull Creek, for
Yes.
winning
Studio of the Year.
Studio
well
of the
deserved.
Year.
Well deserved.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
Long overdue, in my opinion,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. He's producing and recording some of the best, not only in the province but in the country, and it's going to be hard to beat what he's doing, and he's just progressing. Right, Aspen's just getting better and better and better and better. It's
I think
amazing.
so. I think if I'm being honest, I think my favorite part of all of that is just how good of a human being he is.
Oh,
Yeah.
He would literally give you the shirt off of
Yeah.
his back. Like,
yeah, they
holy
don't come
crap,
any better.
man.
And
A heart of gold.
Have you eaten at Skull Creek?
Oh.
I
How can you
I
not
put on
when
about
you go
40
there?
pounds recording this album.
I have not eaten at Skull Creek, but we were hanging out together at Dog Patch.
Yeah,
and
they were
it's-
cooking for you.
Yep.
It's amazing food.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. And have you done, actually, let's How many albums? I see you got a couple here. Are these the only two
No.
albums that you've got out?
No, that's my second and my third. So I have an original self-titled that I released in the end of 2020, I believe, is when it came out. And that's got the songs like some of the songs like Starlight Tour, Indian Boy, Sisters. Those songs are on the first album, and that was the very first one I did. And it was. There's some songs that'll be staying in my repertoire until the day I'm no longer here, right? Like Starlight Tour, especially. That song's an important song. You know, it's, it's a hard song to do. Little Berk doesn't like when I sing it. I sing that song in the first person. And it makes him a little bit sad. Sorry, dude. but yeah. So I have 3 albums out, and talking about Aspen, we're heading back in. We're starting on the 4th one.
Amazing.
You don't want grass growing under your feet, right? You want to keep moving.
Yeah. Well, that's like, isn't there? There's a line in one of the songs that you performed today that says, we were talking about that line. What is it again? Can't just something about being here and doing nothing or something.
Can't wait around just to die.
Can't wait around just to die,
Wait
right?
to Die is one of the songs we did today, and that's the whole message. And that's a song is specifically about how my brain is wired. I don't sit still very long. I can't just sit in silence. I'm jealous of my wife. She can just chill right out, and she can watch paint dry and just be happy about it. And that's something that I'm a little bit jealous of, And when she goes to bed, she just goes to sleep. I don't know how it's amazing. Yeah, I can't do that, but I say it's the wiring in me, And some of the things I've learned over the last decade is I understand why I'm like that, with the alcoholism and the addiction and everything like that, right? So a lot of how I operate now, especially it's been 4 years, and I've released 32 songs or 33 songs or something like that in a very small period of time. It's because I have to keep moving. I have to keep moving towards something. I have to be focused. I can't. Idle hands are not my friend.
That's exactly what I was just about to say.
Yeah.
Like, idle hands are the devil's playground, right?
I might be completely oblivious here, but might that be a trait of a recovering addict? Because you're kind of the same way.
100%.
Kinda.
You are exactly like that.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm like, as he's saying it, I'm just like, oh my God, you're talking about me. But it is. I think there's a lot of similarities. It's a trait of addiction, right? And that's it. You're
replacing it.
Yeah, you need to fill the void, right? So
because if you sit still, you might grab a bottle.
Exactly.
I mean, you won't, but
might.
Yeah.
100% you might.
Yeah. That's exactly it. So it's like you need to keep occupied, considering you're not doing anything damaging, being that productive member of society type of thing, and being or attempting to be responsible. And
So when I came out of treatment, I started recovery in a treatment center. And when I came out of treatment, I was a ball of energy. I didn't know what to do. And I got a good friend of mine in leader, Kenny Bloom, and he's like a national level boxer. And I said, Kenny, you want to teach me how to box, man? And he's like, oh, no. He didn't really want to at first because, I was just a drunken dummy. And I'm like, no, I quit drinking. I need this to, this is going to help me. And so he agreed, and he came over to my garage, and we started working out. And he's teaching me how to box. And people started showing up because they heard about us boxing. And more people and more people and more people. Then we got people in my driveway, on my lawn, and like this thing. It's like, what's going on here? And so you wouldn't believe it if I told you, but we found a boxing ring on Kijiji, and we rented a space in Leader, and we started the Sand Hills Boxing Club, which is to this date is doing great. Where'd they go? Where did
They went to
Abigail
Quebec.
just fought, and Alex and Ryder, they all fought
Yeah, they
in
all
Quebec.
went to Quebec.
They've been all over Canada.
Really?
And, we have fighters going to nationals now, and like it's a legit boxing club. And Kenny, the guy who started with me, it's amazing. It's the butterfly effect. Like if I never quit drinking, this boxing club never would have came into his life.
Yeah.
And it's and I was thinking about that the other day actually. It's like and so my friend Kenny was my boxing coach. he's got all his time and effort and all focus now on this boxing club, and it's like his calling. And you know, if I never came home and said, hey, you know, help me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, and now he helps so many people, right? It's amazing. And like I had a short boxing career. It was only a couple of years long because I hurt my back, and that's what started me writing songs, because I couldn't box no more.
Right.
Now what am I going to do? You know,
Did you do any music before then, or?
I played in like cover bands a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
You know, I wasn't a songwriter. I wasn't definitely not doing what I'm doing today.
Right.
No level at all. I liked playing guitar a little bit, and I played in some few bands and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it was nothing like we do today, like releasing, recording, you know, doing stuff like this. It was nothing like that. But once I ruptured some discs in my back and I couldn't box anymore, I was like, I'm gonna write some songs.
Yeah.
And away we went, and it just snowballed. I don't know where I'm going. Hell, I barely know where I've been. All I can say is where I am right now, and I tell you, that's wearing pretty thin. A lot of miles they lay behind me, and I'm hopeful for many more. I live my life just like a gypsy, yes I have, but maybe it's time I nail these boots to the floor. But I just can't rest my weary soul, sit and watch the world go by. I can't act like all these people do. They're sitting around just waiting to die. I can't wait around just to die. Not as fast as I once was, a little slower on a draw, but seasons come and seasons go, and summer always turns to fall, and I just can't rest my weary soul, sit and watch the world go by. I can't act like all these people do. They're sitting around just waiting to die. I can't wait around just to die. What's the point of life if all we do is wait to die? I'd rather burn out than fade away in the night. And I just can't rest my weary soul, sit and watch the world go by. I can't act like all these people do. They're sitting around just waiting to die. They're sitting around just waiting to die. I can't wait around just to die. I won't wait around just to die.
Is there a time that you can recall when you notice or remember a significant shift in it, from just like sitting down and writing a couple songs to like, holy shit, we're actually releasing this track that I recorded?
I guess the shift of that would be, I remember the day that my first single I ever released was a song called Sisters. And it's about missing and murdered Indigenous women. And not only Indigenous women, it's about missing and murdered women in general.
Right.
That live a higher risk life. And we went to Drumheller. As like a family trip, we went to Drumheller. And Jenny was, my wife Jenny, I think she was reading an article as we were driving on her, I think she was looking on her phone, and it had all these pictures of these women that had went missing. And she's showing me this, and I'm looking in their eyes. I can see in their eyes. There's pain in their eyes. I can see. And the whole article was about a possible serial killer in the Edmonton area. And so this is on the way home. We're driving home from Drumheller to Leader, which I don't know what it is, probably 3-hour drive. And the whole time coming home, this is running through my head, this story. And as soon as I got in the house, I went and got a guitar, and the song was written that night. And it was like this. It wasn't that hard, and it's so powerful, and it's such an important song, and it's an emotional song, and it just kind of fell out of my brain, and I was like, huh, that wasn't that hard, And then I remember I did a video of it on my phone. I put it on Facebook, and it got like thousands and thousands of people looking at it and commenting on it, and then. A friend of mine, I don't know if you probably know Doug Sylvester from Battleford. He's involved with SCMAs a lot.
Okay.
He's
Yeah.
an exceptional songwriter in his own right. And he reached out. He said, you should apply for a grant and record some of these songs you got. And I was like, I didn't know what a grant was. I was like, sure. So I did, and I got a grant. I'm like,
well, that was easy.
That was easy. And then went and recorded that song in Richmond with Steve Campbell-Waits, and we recorded 9 more songs. And then I released the song Sisters, and it got picked up on satellite radio and these countdowns and these charts, and I was like, again, that was easy.
Yeah.
I was like, why? How was that so easy? But it wasn't. Like you say,
but it felt natural.
Yeah, and then I just kept doing it, and then I started finding the therapy in the writing, like getting back to the song that we did today, "Better by the Morning." It's a song about my recovery and the reason why I'm in recovery. As an alcoholic, I used to give a lot of empty promises. Sure, I'll go fishing with you tomorrow, or I'll take you here. Ultimately, I ended up being too hungover or still drunk or whatever. So that song is an apology to Emma and Millie, my older daughter. Berk's never seen me have a drink, and like I say, he never will. And but when I wrote that song, it was like healing, and it's probably my favorite song to play. It's my favorite song I've ever written. It's my favorite song I've ever recorded. But if I'm in a bad mood, I can just pick up my guitar and play that song, and man, that's therapy for me, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do you do any songwriting?
I attempted to at one point, but it didn't work out well.
Well, she's not giving herself enough credit, because we did a song today called "Waiting to Die," and she wrote all the lyrics of the bridge.
Hey-o.
So if you look at the liner notes of that, she is a
Credited
songwriter. Right?
Oh, heck yes.
So
congratulations.
You're the same age as my daughter. Are you the same way where you want results now?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, she don't even wait till the end of the song.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Are you gonna try to do more?
Maybe. Well, there was about a year ago, I think you helped me. We wrote a whole song. I think it's somewhere on your phone. We had it slightly recorded. I don't really like this song, but it's a song.
Well, it's something you got to learn, Emma, is it takes about 100 songs to get one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You keep throwing it against the wall, something's going to stick. So like the sister song, it was lightning the first time. That don't happen. That don't happen all the time.
It hasn't happened.
It
again.
hasn't happened again.
No. Well, I've had other songs more successful,
Right.
but you wouldn't believe the amount of songs I wrote in between that time.
Right. Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, like I say, I've in the last 3 or 4 years, I've recorded 30 some odd songs. I released 30 some odd songs, but I've probably written 200. Right. So
Yeah.
it's
So is that why you're more frequent to just release individual singles than releasing an album? Is just because you've got so much?
I don't really release singles. I'm stubborn that way, and we'll probably get into the music industry talk a little bit. And I'm like anti-music industry. I think the music industry is bullshit. Like I do. There's some salt of the earth folks in this industry, and some of the best people, some of the best friends, people I consider my family, I've met in this industry, but they're some of the worst people I've ever met too in this industry, right?
Right.
And it's so pretentious and so awful. And you know, someone asked me the other day about my goals in music. I said I'm living my musical dream. You know, I can write, I can release songs, I can, you know, but I don't have to bend to be somebody I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, like they said, an album like that album is a waste of good songs. I was like, what do you mean? Well, because as soon as that album's released, the clock starts ticking. Now it's old. And we're in a TikTok era where you only got 30 seconds to get someone's attention. And that's it.
If
right?
if that
If
even,
you're lucky,
it might
yeah.
be 15 seconds,
Yeah,
right?
that's right. And so the idea is you should release, if you want to capitalize monetarily with music, don't do what I do.
Right.
Right? Don't record full albums and press them to vinyl. But I'm the kind of guy that likes to open a vinyl, put it on the turntable, listen to the whole thing, read the liner notes, experience it, right? But you know, but that's just not the way it is anymore. But I don't care. Like getting back to, like they asked me what's my goal. I'm not chasing a golden ring.
No.
You know, I'm not going to. The only way I'm going to Nashville is if I buy a ticket.
Right.
And, you know, L.A., whatever. But that gives me freedom, where I don't have to say y'all. You know, I'm from Saskatchewan. We say "a." We don't say "y'all."
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
You know, it's just the way it is. But it gives me freedom to write songs like "White Man's World," you know, "Starlight Tour," "Better by the Morning." These songs that other people aren't going to touch with a 10-foot pole.
If you were on a label, that wouldn't have happened.
No, right?
Yeah.
So I do have I am part of a record label, but I'm not on a recording contract. Right.
Right.
So I'm under a management contract, which is cool. You know, they do a good job. Merlin Music out of Toronto.
Yep.
And but I do what I want. You know, my songs, I have no problem with hard truths in my songs. With the important word is truths. Right? So everything I do is true. Everything I do is genuine. And that, to me, is something that is missing in the music industry. What you see of me on stage or what you hear from my songs, you're going to see and hear the same thing if you're sitting in my living room with me.
Right.
Right? So it's just who I am. And like I say, I'm fortunate that I don't have to try to be someone I'm not.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't be very good at that. You know?
Yeah.
I think I want to give a shout out to your label. How do you pronounce it? Merlin?
Merlin, yeah.
Merlin, because they also have Raven Reed
Yep.
under the same label. And I don't know if you've heard Raven songs. They also hit.
Yeah.
They're very.
She gets to the bone of it too, right?
Yep. Yeah. So they're very open about, you know.
And Merlin is an
Maybe about
Indigenous
truth.
owned label,
Yeah.
like Mark's Indigenous, and yeah, that's the thing of it, you know. And even in the Indigenous music scene, I don't like singing about partying and stuff like that. There's some songs of mine that sound like, there's a song on that album called "Slow Down." It sounds like a party song, but that's actually a recovery song
Right.
because it's about me slowing down.
Right.
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 And but yeah, so
Is that a happy song?
Sounds happy, but
so we can get into that, Emma. You want to get into that about?
Has your dad ever written a happy song?
well, Fly Away was supposed to be a happy song, but then the bird that he wrote about died, so now it's kind of sad.
There's always a twist, eh?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
100%.
right. But sad songs are easy to write. Yeah, I'll give away some trade secrets. Don't try to write happy songs; they're hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you write sad songs. It's easy. Just take a minor chord and run with it, and you're good.
Hell yeah. Heck yeah.
I'm not a songwriter, so I wouldn't know.
It's easier than you think. Songwriters
Well,
and
Joel
people-
wants to write a song, and he.
we're working on one. Joel.
That's so.
Oh, you together?
Yeah.
Well,
really?
so I'll give you a little backstory on this. Like, all that everything with the St. Louis Ghostlight that's
Yep,
been going
yeah.
on for the last couple months here. When we were scheduling this podcast here, we ended up on the conversation of the St. Louis Ghostlight. And then, so I was telling Berk my stories and experiences there and what it is and all that. And just like, and it's all through text. He's like, oh shit, I can write a song about that. I think it was like not even an hour later, he sent me like all these lyrics to it and everything. He's like,
So
yeah,
you got
it's
it
just,
written.
it's just a poem right now. He's like, but I think tonight I can like put some guitar to it and everything, melodies to it. I'm just like, oh shit, like
So
within a day.
Is this
he
how
had-
this started from when you first started talking to Colin about, I think I want to write a song?
No,
No?
because with
Oh.
Berk specifically, it was just we were scheduling this podcast, and
I
it-
asked him to take me out there. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
the
my
plan-
wife-
Yeah, because we were talking about that.
yeah,
earlier.
the
my
plan
wife
was to
loves
we
seeing
were
that
gonna
stuff.
go
Yeah.
there from after this tonight. We were gonna go check it out, which plans changed. We're not going trespassing. But that's how we got on the
Yeah.
Ghostlight topic. Was that we were gonna go out there tonight, and then I just started telling him stories.
So
and,
we do have a song. We do have a song.
yeah, and we're gonna put that song in my movie when
Uh-huh.
my movie's done.
Yes.
It's all coming together.
Yeah, it was just I was just like ecstatic about it, and I think I told like 6 people. I'm like, oh shit, I got a guy writing a song about it. Freaking amazing, man.
Spoiler alert, I'm in the movie too, and I'm going to die.
Yeah, Mark's the first one who dies.
Someone's got to be the first one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He'll be the first, but everyone's gonna die. Everyone dies.
We're all gonna die.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, everyone except for that ghost train. It's gonna be like a Freddy, Jason
Yeah.
kind of trilogy, whatever type of thing. It'll roll on.
Sweet. And we were talking about the best row, where
Yeah.
you didn't want to go to
The third floor.
third floor.
Yeah, that's right. Emma kind of laughed at me a little bit because I didn't want to go.
Yeah, we were going in the elevator, and I asked him, "Can we go to the third floor?
Do you know
and
this?
check it out."
They told me there's a old lady ghost on the third floor that's there, and if you don't pay attention to her, nothing happens. But if you acknowledge her, she runs up to you and screams in your face. I don't want to do that. That don't sound like fun.
Yeah, I asked if we could go, and you chickened out. You
I
didn't
did,
wanna- yeah,
100%.
you didn't want to go.
No, I will tell you right now, I chicken out. I'm scared. I don't watch scary movies either. You ask my wife. I used to pretend I'd fall asleep or I was tired. I was not scared.
Daddy, would you play with me? Daddy, would you please just play with me today?
Maybe I just don't got the time. I wish I did, and I wish I couldn't lie. But
Maybe I'll be better by the morning.
just let me sleep this off tonight. I know I told you I'd be different. I know I told you I'd make it right. Maybe I'll be better by the morning. I wish I had somebody to blame. I wish I could snap my fingers and I wouldn't be ashamed. But heaven knows this isn't the case. Heaven knows knows that it's me I gotta face. Maybe I'll be better by the morning. Just let me sleep this off tonight. I know I told you I'd be different. I know I told you I'd make it right. Maybe I'll be better by the morning. Got an old friend that keeps me company. They don't speak much, if not at all, but he listens to all I gotta say as he pours another and he helps me to my grave. But maybe I'll be better by the morning. Just let me sleep this off tonight. I know I told you I'd be different. I know I told you I'd make it right. But maybe I'll be better by the morning. Maybe I'll be better by the morning.
Maybe I'll be better by the morning.
Have you seen a ghost, Berk? Do you believe in them even? You don't believe in them?
No.
Yeah, they're not real.
You can see Pokemons.
Pokemon's real though, right?
Yeah, they are. I spend half my wages on Pokemon.
and Roblox.
Yeah,
and-
Roblox. Yeah,
Hell
for
yeah.
sure. That's how I pay Berk for his performances. I pay him in Robux.
Oh,
I
amazing.
heard you whisper that. How many Robux
Yeah.
do I owe you?
Yeah, we've played a few shows. He started that. We were at the Regina Folk Festival last year, and we were doing. Another cool thing we probably talk about is why I was there. But he sang a song with me. I paid him in Robux, kind of thing, and we were there to do take part in a project called "Why the Caged Bird Sings," and Cheryl LaRondelle, a lady, has been doing this for better part of 10 years. She's been going to penitentiaries and writing songs with inmates. And it was so cool. So she asked me to learn some of these songs. We performed them in Regina. And now her and I are going to go to, I think, a few in Saskatchewan and out to Ontario. And we're going to write songs with inmates and do a whole another batch of songs with different inmates. It's going to be, it'll be heavy for me.
That's
really.
no doubt, man. I wanted to ask, like, are you intimidated going in there? I sure shit know that I would be, man. I would be out of my comfort for sure.
I'm probably more scared of ghosts, but but no, like I've played in a prison before, and it was
That was with Stacy and
Stacy in Rome. Yeah,
yeah.
we did it in Saskatoon. And
When Stacy almost didn't get let in.
yeah, it's the criminal. Yeah,
yeah.
She tell you guys about that?
She told us that when we had them on. Yeah, we went through that.
Me in Rome, the guys you'd think, no, we were good. But no, it wasn't intimidating for me. It was enlightening. It really was, showing the conditions these guys have to live in. Right, they were sleeping on the floors, and the bugs were crawling all over them, and it was terrible. And so it was enlightening for me. So going in and spending a week writing songs with some of these folks is going to be even more enlightening, because they're going to give me a glimpse inside what makes them tick. Right, because if you're writing songs and you're actually writing heartfelt songs, you're putting everything on the table, right? It's something that myself as a songwriter is what I really focus on is like brutal honesty in my writing, and I'm sure you guys can tell from some of the songs. There's no punches pulled, so that's
There's no sugarcoating it.
No, there's no sugar at all.
Yeah.
In anything that I'm doing, right? So it'll be interesting to see how that works.
Heck
I'm
yeah!
looking forward to it.
And when do you start that?
We don't have a definitive date yet.
Right.
It'll be in the fall, and Cheryl's organizing that right now, so
So what's going to happen to those songs once they're done? Like,
Well,
are they going to be released, or are they
yeah,
going to?
she's released the first batch, like she's recorded them and
Okay.
stuff. So, and we'll write the songs. We'll work with an engineer and a producer, and we'll professionally record them, and see what happens after that. I guess
Hell yeah.
it'll be.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
You ever been to prison, Mark?
No.
What,
Well-
what were you looking at just there? What caught your
Is it a
attention?
ghost?
I just got distracted by a picture frame there. I think my son is in that picture.
The ghost-looking one in the middle there?
No, the bottom right. I can't really see. There's a glare. But the one in the bottom right.
No, that's not him.
Okay. Oh.
Anyways.
Anyway, sorry.
Anyways.
That was
Squirrel.
yeah. So prison. No, I've never been to prison.
Never been to prison. I've been in like multiple drunk tanks before.
This is like Johnny Cash says. I've never been to prison. I've been to jail a few times, but never prison.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I'm sure one of those drunk tank nights was a result of the St. Louis Ghost Light, I think.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you told me some of them stories. Yeah.
Yeah, I told him one story and he's like, "Yeah, we're not putting that story in here."
Yeah.
Friggin'
Exactly.
rights. Hell yeah. Now, do you, Emma, right?
Yeah.
Do you play instruments as well, or do you just sing?
I attempt to, but then I lose interest. Like I know a little bit of drums, piano, and guitar, but not enough to like play them fully.
Right.
It's like my daughter. Start something, excited. and
Yeah.
It's like,
Exactly.
Is there, and do you know why? Do you know why there isn't like that? I don't want to say you lose the ambition, but like kind of. Do you know why that
You know
is?
how Mark's
that-
seen a squirrel over there?
Yeah.
She finds squirrels.
That's
Yeah.
what it is. There's too many
how
squirrels.
many
kicking
squirrels
around.
are behind me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a really short attention span when it comes to things like that.
Right.
Can't focus enough.
But
on
she
it.
can play piano. She can play drums, and she's working on guitar now. We were in Royal Harp.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Last fall, and there was a really nice little guitar, little Gibson, and she grabbed it. She's plucking around. She really liked it, so I justified it as saying I bought her a guitar, and so we have that nice little Gibson that we bought from Todd, and it's okay if she doesn't play it. I'm okay with that.
It's
She lets me play it. It's
Yeah.
actually we brought it today. But.
Heck yeah. Now, when how is it at, if I may ask, how is it at school with like all your peers knowing that your dad's, a musician and that you get to perform on stage with him? Is there anything coming from the school kids in regards to that? Do they even know? Do they do you tell them about it, or?
They all know. It's just it's not something like, oh my god, you're famous. No, I'm not famous. I'm not.
Well, you are
known.
now.
You will be now, yeah.
You're
No,
Funky Moose famous.
They just like kind of, they don't really care.
Right.
It's
Well,
not
we
like-
did a thing at the school where I went in to the schools and I taught songwriting to art classes last year
Okay.
in the leader school, and there's a lot of kids in there that can write songs, and it was pretty amazing how some of these kids could put a song together,
Yeah.
and they didn't realize how easy it was either, and it was super cool, and so yeah, everybody in that school knows about my songwriting because I came in there and I taught them how to do it.
Heck yeah. Would you have any interest in doing something like that again? Like
Oh,
at
yeah.
other schools? or-
Absolutely, yeah. I love helping people, and any kind of knowledge you have. Knowledge is wasted if you keep it.
I agree.
I
You know.
100%.
There's
agree
greedy
with
people
that.
who want to keep their knowledge. You talk about the music industry again. The government secrets in the music industry. So many wasted knowledge in that.
Yep.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I like telling people how I write songs, and I like seeing if they can learn how to write songs their own way, or even if they have to use my method. Yeah, absolutely, cool. Go write songs, man. And yeah, it's definitely something I would do again. Like I say, I'm going to go to prison and do it, right? So-
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Freaking rights. No, I've had conversations with Bellevue School before about like, not that there isn't art programs there, but in my, like, I don't know, it's a farming community here, and they do weigh heavily on sports,
Yeah.
right? Like hockey, football, soccer, all that kind of
The
stuff.
same as leader. Same
right?
thing, right? So the
And-
art class is just,
well,
there's no music program. I think music's
Yeah.
important.
I agree 100%. Those are the conversations I've had.
Yeah.
Is like, well, like, do you need to put so much focus in the sports? Because not all kids are interested in. My kid, for example, has zero interest in sports or athleticism or any of it. Like, he does not give two shits about it, right?
Well, have you met my oldest daughter, Millie? I think
Yes,
you've met her.
I met her
plays-
at Dog Patch
yeah.
for sure.
So
Yeah,
she plays bass with me quite often, and again, no interest in sports at all, none. Like her plan right now is to attend art school in Finland, right?
Okay.
And so makes me a little bit sad. That's a long way to go to visit her, but and like the same thing. There's not enough programs for kids that don't want to play hockey.
Why Finland?
It's some art school she found, and she really wants to go to this particular school in Finland. I can't pronounce it. I don't know what it's called.
I think it was because it was like really well rated.
Yeah,
art
it's
school.
a
She
really
wanted to-
highly rated school,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
she really wants to be
Heck
an
yeah.
artist, right? So
Finnish is a terrible language to learn.
And she's learning it right now.
Yeah, she's
Really?
actually
Yeah,
learning
yeah.
it right now.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, Mark Merlanen, he's
Finnish.
He's
yeah.
Finnish. He speaks Finnish.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, so that's the plan. But I say there's not enough things out there for kids that aren't athletic. When I was a kid, I was a hockey player. I didn't give nothing about. I didn't care about art. I was a hockey player. That's what I was supposed to do.
Yep.
But there's other kids that weren't.
Mhm.
But up north, I grew up north. There was music programs. There was art programs. And it seems like the more rural you get, the less important art is.
Yep.
And I think that's a travesty. Really is. The art should be important, and the what medium it is doesn't matter. If it's music or visual or dance.
Agreed.
Or any of these things is important. And
Agreed.
there's not enough
100%.
emphasis in Saskatchewan schools put on art.
Yeah.
So the program that you did you said you did that in Leader?
Yeah.
How long was that stint? Like, was it a couple weeks
A
or?
couple months, a month or two.
2 months, I'd say. You went to our class.
Yeah. So there was 4
once or
classes
twice.
I tried to hit, and I couldn't get them all the time because I work full time too. So whenever I could, I'd arrange it with their teacher. I'd come down. I'd just take that class for that hour.
Right.
And and there was a couple really good songs come out of there. I was impressed. I was like,
Heck yeah. So what did you end up doing with the songs from the school?
nothing yet. I told the kids we can get it together. I was going to get Aspen to come, and we were going to record them. And that still might become a reality, which would be great for the kids. They can
Absolutely
hear everything come to fruition, right? Because that's, like you asked earlier about that aha moment. It's like that didn't exist until I let it out of my brain. Right?
Yes, absolutely. There was and just the joy, I presume, when working with that the kids had when you were working with them.
Yeah. Well, some of them were great. Other kids were
Yeah.
a little peckerheads.
Couldn't,
right,
yeah,
you know?
couldn't give two shits. Who's this guy?
I got to be in art class. That's
Yeah.
stupid.
Right.
I want to go kick a ball outside.
Oh man, when I was helping.
She wants to say
Oh,
Yeah, I know there was one girl that was she was in the class above me, really wanted to get her song recorded. You actually mentioned her, said she was a really good songwriter, and she heard her talking about her school, how she's gonna be mad if you don't follow
There's
through
a
with that promise.
I think one of Millie's friends too is when are we going to record those songs? So yeah, we're going to record those songs.
hell yeah. I saw something similar in the school kids at St. Louis School when I went and I assisted with Rick Ronning when he was doing his play there. And I was just kind of helping with like the running the mics and stuff like that, right? Queuing up songs was my only role in that. But just to see what the kids were doing and the joy it brought them and bringing them together, like those weren't the hockey players or the soccer players, those were, they're not outcasts by all means, but it was just like the kids that don't have anything.
Yeah.
And to bring, that's something we used to do every year. We had a play or we had a whatever going on, and there's been years of just nothing.
Yeah.
And
So-
you don't have to separate it like you're a hockey player, you're a art kid. A hockey player can do both.
Yeah.
Or vice versa.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I was a hockey player my whole life. I played senior hockey till I was like 38 years old, and I'm I'm a recording artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't.
Exactly.
I'm not like rock and roll.
No, it doesn't matter.
I play some pretty heartfelt stuff,
Yeah.
right? So the kids out there with the hockey sticks and the baseball bats and whatever, there's artists inside those kids too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
They took the ropes and hung them high, and 8 men lost their lives. Bodies dumped in unmarked graves, where they laid forgotten, not forgave. They hung them high up in the street, for every one of us to see. Made our children watch in fear as we wiped away their tears. He said these Indians, they gotta learn that they're living in a white man's world. Only English spoken court, and Johnny A's awful Ford. The words they heard they did not know, but still it led them to the gallows pole. They hung them high up in the street, for every one of us to see. They made our children watch in fear as we wiped away their tears. He said these Indians, they gotta learn that they're living in a white man's world. Lessons taught, lessons learned about who we are and where we were. So much blood on his land, I think it's time we made a stand. There's no more hangings in the street. It's not something we need to see. But still there's trials and there's tears, 'cause Indians, they seem to fear. And we're living in a white man's world. We're living in a white man's world. Still living in a white man's world. I'm living in a white man's world.
The Blackbird sessions, is there any talk, or could you hint, like, is that something that you guys might bring back in the future? Or because
I'm not-
you guys haven't done anything with that in a little minute,
haven't.
hey?
I'm not sure. Ardell might he'll be all right. But Ardell, I'm going to give away the secrets here. But we've been recording, and Ardell and I and Aspen.
Oh, amazing.
And we got a few irons in the fire right now, so you're probably gonna hear some stuff from the Blackbird coming over the next few months.
Oh, amazing.
probably.
Did Ardell inspire some of the songs on this album? Maybe not inspire, but did you learn something from him that you kind of put into this album?
Well, like Ardell, I consider him like a brother to me, and
Yeah.
and I really respect how he operates and conducts himself. When I talk poorly about the music industry, I 100% mean it.
Yeah.
Right. Ardell is one of the guys that is not
Right.
in that group. You know, he's as genuine as it comes and honest. So going into this album, and I'd been playing with Ardell for a while, and yeah, you're 100% right. He motivated me to just, okay, it's gonna be the way I want it to be,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and yeah, and he supported the whole thing, threw it out, and that's what we do these Blackbird sessions. It's just, you know, here's what we got, here's who we are, and if you don't like it,
There's the road.
yeah,
That's
you
a
can
you.
probably
That's a you problem.
yeah, you can probably go somewhere else. That's
Yeah.
okay. No skin off us, but yeah, we got some things on the go, and we got some plans. So.
Amazing. I love to hear that. I think I only caught one, maybe two Blackbird sessions. I believe I saw one at, I want to say, Hank's Tavern.
Yeah, we played there a few times.
I think
yeah.
is where I saw you guys do that. Really loved it, man. It was so good. I actually went with Aspen
Yeah.
to that one. And then I also wanted to thank you for allowing me to be part of the Goodbye Lou video
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, that
as well. That was a shit ton of fun.
that was Ardell's brainchild, and yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
cool.
If
That
you-
was the one where you dropped your work when you were with me.
Yeah, what the hell? Oh yeah, so I showed up late to work one day at Funky Moose there to upload some records to the website. I had been slacking and hadn't done anything in quite some time. So I scheduled it up. Okay, this is the day I'm coming in, Mark. I'll get these records uploaded. I don't even think I was there 5 minutes,
wasn't
and
there
I'm
5
like,
minutes.
oh shit, there's that video shoot today. I gotta go, bro.
Yeah, see it,
And I
dude.
just
I was like,
hit the road and took off, headed out to you guys. Hell yeah.
I don't blame you. That was a lot of fun.
It was. So if you guys look up Goodbye Lou and you watch that video, if you look very closely, you'll see me in the background there doing that Aussie jump clap thing
Yeah.
there. Going.
Yeah, that was at where was that? It was an Elbow, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a cool little bar.
Man, that was like a Monday night and just had that place packed.
Yeah, they were having a hell of a party.
Shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, that's cool. It's a cool music video, and yeah, you guys are gonna come be in the next music video of mine, I think, right?
You can.
I'm gonna try my best. Yeah.
I definitely know the concept of it. And
we played that song today, and I guess we can give the viewers some context to the song, because it's a hard song to understand unless there's some context.
It
to
is.
It, right?
There's
Right.
definitely no jokes in this
No.
at all.
No.
It's a true story
Mm-hmm.
of when correct me if I'm wrong here.
But let him explain. He
Sure,
wrote the
let's
song.
do that.
But then if I'm wrong, how are you going to correct me?
Yeah.
We don't.
I
You
don't.
We'll just go with it, right?
That's right.
So the story of the song "White Man's World" is Canada's largest public mass execution in 1885. I believe that's the year, and it was in relation to the Frog Lake Massacre. 8 Cree men killed their Indian agent, were taken to Fort Battleford, and were put on trial for murder. They were tried in English, and none of them spoke English, and they were sentenced to hang publicly. And the Prime Minister at the time actually got the kids to come from the Battleford Industrial School, it was called, like a residential school, and line them up and make them watch this hanging. And the words used were, the red man is going to learn he's living in a white man's world. And I read that and I was like, oh man, I got to write a song about this. And the song itself came together so well. I don't know if you guys know who Joey Styles is, but
That sounds
He's from
familiar.
Monero here.
yeah, he's amazing, and he's I'm related to him. And I asked him, I said, Joey, you wanna be part of this song? I got a hold of his mom actually, Lorna, and then I talked to Joey, and Joey said, yeah. So he did. I took the bridge that I sang today isn't in the recording. I took that out, and Joey did some hip hop in there.
Oh.
And it's so good. He's so good. I was so happy with what happened, and so yeah, we're gonna include him in the video too, and it's important. History happened.
Yep.
And the only way to avoid it happening again is not forgetting about it You know, and people say, "Why you don't want to dig up, you know, old skeletons or, you know, poke at wounds?" And well, I'm not. I'm just remembering history, right?
Absolutely.
Yep. Because if you
It's-
don't remember it, it might happen
It's
again.
bound
Well,
to happen again.
exactly. If you can't remember your mistakes, how do you
exactly?
That's right.
progress?
But yeah, Joey is from One Arrow here, right?
He's from Saskatchewan, yeah.
Yeah, but he's from.
Where his actual, I'm not sure what,
I'm
what
not
town
sure.
he claims is his.
Pretty sure.
I have no idea.
I could be wrong, but I thought he's from.
Like around Saskatoon. Like I remember him living in Saskatoon when we were younger. And but yeah, he's super talented. He was even on Yellowstone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I was watching my wife. I'm like, "Hey, that's Joey." She's like, "What?"
Hell yeah.
you have a few people in the movie and visual industry, I think.
Yeah, I know a few people. Are you talking about the pilot thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I won't name any names there,
No.
but yeah, I was.
But you know people.
I know a few people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I've lived a lot of lives in my 40 years. You know, I've been around a long time and I've done a lot of things and I've known a lot of people. So it's been neat.
Excellent.
Very cool.
So
No, I don't have any
hard-hitting questions. No, before I do let you guys go, Berk, I do want to congratulate you on 10 years sobriety.
Thanks. Man.
I know that is not an easy feat and
No.
that you did not do it alone. But
No,
man, I truly love and respect the shit out of you, dude. And I'll always be in your corner.
Yeah.
And if you ever
Likewise,
just need
brother, likewise,
somebody
right?
to talk to, dude.
And that's anybody with any sort of, especially with addictions. Remember, you're not alone. You're never alone. There's people out there, you know, like us. You know,
Absolutely.
and believe me, anything you say to me isn't going to shock me, right? So, and that's the thing. You gotta reach out. You gotta talk about things. You know, suffering in silence. All that does is enables you to continue to suffer, and you know, if there is a problem with what's going on in life, whether it be addiction or mental health or anything, you know, find somebody you trust, talk to them, you know, and that'd be my advice for the day. And it's advice, good advice. It's the same advice that was given to me by a smart man years ago, and and use that advice.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you, Berk, for joining us. I think you did a heck of a job
Yep.
on the performance today. So bravo to you, my friend. Well done.
And you, Emma.
And same
Yeah,
to you,
thank
Emma.
you.
Same to you. Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Oh,
Yeah.
anytime. I want you, all three of you, to know, Berk, as you know, you guys are now part of our herd that we've created here. So if there's ever anything going on, if you guys want to just even come hang out with us, please hit us up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
For sure.
we'd love to have you guys come back
That'd be
at
great.
any time. Hell
Next
yeah,
album, eh?
congratulations. And I'm looking forward to hearing the new stuff that you're going to be recording in Watrous.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about this music video.
Heck yeah. Right on. So if you could just tell the camera where the best place we can try and help direct people if they want to find out more about you, where to go.
To find me, you can just Google my name, Berk Jodoin. There's
You have a website.
yeah. My daughter thinks I'm famous. Not this daughter. Yeah, you might too. But I'm on Wikipedia. My name was on Wikipedia.
What,
so
really?
she'd say.
Yes.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, I'm a notable Métis artist, and I'm a notable Canadian musician, and then it's just Berk Jodoin. But if you just Google my name, you can find websites and social media. I'm not very good at social media. You know, I try to do Facebook and Instagram, but apparently that's like, you know, old Stone Age stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
And,
Mom was supposed to make you a TikTok account.
Don't bring
and
that up. This is getting recorded.
That didn't work
Yeah,
out.
Mom's gonna get mad at you. Well, yeah, just
We're
anywhere
gonna,
on the
we're gonna
internet.
cut that clip and put that on TikTok.
Well, and shout out to Jenny out there too, because for every good man, there's an even better woman out there. So
She's the glue that really holds this wagon together.
yeah.
Because I run all over the country. I take the kids with me most of the time.
Yeah.
Right. And I try to bring, actually, she's coming. Me and Aspen are going out to Thunder Bay for a string of gigs, and we're going to take the wives with us on that one. So
Oh, nice.
little holiday. And, but yeah, she's definitely the glue that holds everything together because, you know, with two full-time jobs with actual work and music, it's a hard thing. And without a supportive person there, supportive family, you know, like this 7-year-old's been hanging out here for like an hour talking to us, right? You know,
Yep.
You know, it's a family dynamic thing that allows me to do this. I couldn't do it if I was by myself.
Hell yeah.
I wouldn't do it if I was by myself.
Yeah.
Friggin' rights. Like I said, we love and respect the shit out of you, Berk.
Appreciate it. Likewise.
And your family, and come back anytime. And to those of you at home, thanks for tuning in, and we shall see you guys next week.
See you later.